let's move on to some media tools. So what I've done is I pulled up a website here with different things, and I have this video.
Howdy, folks. Good things come in small packages, I always say. Right, little
KFC video. Ad from back in the day, okay? Now, here's the thing. Let's say I wanted to use this audio from this video, or I wanted to use a bit for something. I want to make this into a meme, right? There's ways you can take this video and actually do that. So if I have the link to this video, one of the first things that you could do is you could use a website that's called KeepVid. KeepVid.works. KeepVid.works. And this website, when you plug in the URL, when you plug in the address for the video here, it's going to say, okay, here's your video, and here's your audio. So now I can press download video, and here's my video. And now I can just press the download button right here, and now it's downloaded. Now here's the thing. I don't know if you can see this down here, but look at the name of that file. You see it's called WebM. Now WebM is a web extension for media. It's not accepted by most video players. So even though we got this from KeepVid, KeepVid is limiting us. Most of the time it can give you an MP4, but this video was uploaded probably such a long time ago, 2012, that MP4 wasn't the standard then, and because of that, it's giving us this web format. So what we have to do is convert this. So what we're going to use to convert this is a program called H.264 encoder, and this is, again, completely free program. I'm going to pull it right up here on the screen. This is what it looks like. H.264 encoder, and I'm going to open and I'm going to find that web file that we just downloaded. Now I have the video, and now I have the MP4 format, and then here's my formats. Do you want high definition? Do you want high quality? Depending on the length of the video, this will go very, very quickly. And boom, it's done. This is a very popular media player called VLC Media Player. VLC is great because it plays everything. Ever since VLC came out, I never needed QuickTime on my computer again. I never needed to open up Windows Media Player again. And I never use iTunes or Spotify to play my music. Look here and see, the quality is pretty much one-to-one. There might be a little degradation, might be a little bit off. Audio is still there, it's still good, right? So now we have a workable video that I can now use in an edit, and I can make my own and use it for my own purposes. The next thing is audio. So I like to use GOLDWAVE. GOLDWAVE is a free program, but you get a lot more usability out of it if you pay for it. I can go and open that video file that we just made, that's in my downloads here, and it's going to show me the media for this file. It's going to show me the wave for this file. I could just select that area somewhere around here, and I press that, boom, and now I have a wave file that is just that sound. And when I play it,
right, Colonel,
that's it. We're going to go into some Chrome extensions real quick. One of them you're probably really familiar with is AdBlock Plus. This is what you can see as the main page on YouTube. There's no ad right in the middle, and when I click on one of these videos, there's no ad that's going to play. People who make videos and put them on YouTube rely on their revenue from ads and from this type of stuff to make their living. So for that reason, I let ads roll on YouTube. Better TTV. If I open up a new incognito browser and go to Twitch, there's a lot in this interface that you probably don't want to deal with on a daily basis. You got the popular channels, you got the crown here for the loot, the prime loot. So better TTV, you can see this pop-up window. This is going to give me all my settings where I can turn everything off. So now you can see I'm actually using BTTV on this window. So you can see here, look, my interface for my friends list is very clean. There's only 2 people who are online listed there. Everybody else is hidden and it can't be shown. The crown for the loot things is gone. These are the normal emotes. And these are the better TTV emotes. A couple people asked me about on stream. They just wanted to know, whenever you go to Google, Google's black. Or when I go to Wikipedia, Wikipedia's page is black. That's dark mode. It's just dark reader. ScriptSafe is going to identify websites based on what you've went to, and it's automatically going to block websites that you don't go to. You can see that this little shield is red, and the reason why it's red is it's saying, hey, this is a new site you've never been to before. I don't know what this website is. If you trust it, you should go in here and you should change it to say, yes, I want to allow everything on this website to load up because I do trust it. And so now the page looks completely different, right? It's loaded more. ScriptBlock is the one that I initially showed you. That's the one with the shield. ScriptSafe is the one with the check mark. Not only can you see my little pony to Hasbro.com, and I can allow that, but now when the page reloads, it's going to show me every other element on this website as well. LastPass is a password manager. You have one master username, one master password, and if you ever lose that, you are out of luck. Reddit Enhancement Suite. So here's the regular Reddit page, the actual Reddit page, the Reddit that we want to see. Every subreddit has like its own theme to it. These two kind of look similar, but they change things up top depending on where you are to change the look of it. It's going to standardize everything. Every single web page, no matter what you go to, if I go to the home page, the home page looks like this and everything. There's no themes. It just makes it a straight list. And on top of that, it gives you some features. So like if I just wanted to auto expand all the pictures, if somebody's posted a funny picture, I can just press show images and boom. Every single picture on this web page has now been expanded. I don't have to click on any posts. Twitch is not safe enough to guard their own content to make sure that children can't be presented with something they shouldn't be presented. So if I were to go to just chatting, for example, I go to each of these channels, there's an X in the top right corner. This is the Twitch Hide Unwanted plugin. It allows me to take channels that I don't ever want to see in Twitch, and I can just say, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. View image is something that was old, that was around. Google was allowing you to click on a picture, and then right from here, you can actually download the picture. You're going to have visit and everything else, but you're not going to have view image. What this plugin does is just add the view image button back again. Astro32 is a tool that you're going to use that's going to basically scan your computer, and it's going to be able to tell you what kind of hardware is on your machine. This is all the hardware on my machine, and it's broken down by the CPU, that's my processor, the motherboard, how much memory I have, and how fast it is. Now you have all the other disks here, the monitors, the graphics card, and network, and blah, 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 blah. And this is all the information that's very useful to somebody like me when I'm troubleshooting a computer. You got CPU-Z and hardware monitor. CPU-Z is just really for utility monitoring. What is my CPU clock running at? I can tell some more product hardware here. If I go main board, I could get some manufacturing information, just like Astro32. If I look at memory, I can see the memory modules, and this is actually my clock speed right here. It's going to identify it as a 2133 chip, so you have a lower clock speed. But it is actually right there, you can see from the manufacturer name that it's Corsair 3200. Case latency 16, 3200C16. So these are not 2133 chips. These are DDR 3200 chips. And it's just the way the computer reads it sometimes. Sometimes they read that information and that's how it interprets it. So you got to know these types of things sometimes. You got to know about the hardware that you have in there because some of these tools won't be accurate. Hardware monitor is great for when you're doing an overclock. Is it running too hot? Is it installed correctly? Am I having problems? I can go here and I can see a maximum temperature for my CPU. I can see both the voltage and I can see how the temperature is behaving. And the GPU should be, if I look down here at NVIDIA, 54 degrees. So that's great. And anything below 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees. DAEMON Tools is a virtualized software for Windows. You give it an ISO and you say, I want to run this as if it were a CD inside of my computer. So if I were to go to Quick Mount, that's here, it launches it, and then I can open it just like it's a CD. And so now it pops up and there's the content. So now I can install this if it were a program or something like that as if it were a CD-ROM. FutureMark is a tool that you're going to use to basically test and benchmark your computer to see how fast it's running. And it'll give you a score at the end and tell you how you pose up against everybody else out there who's taken the test. I scroll down and right on the right hand side here is a button that says download demo. MemTest is a program that is used when you think you have problems with your memory in your computer. If your computer's crashing, blue screening and death, and you know it's not your hard drive, it's not Windows, when the computer restarts, you're going to get something like this. You're going to get this screen that shows you here your CPU, it shows you your memory, and it's going to start doing random tests on your memory, all sorts of different read-write operations, and it's going to say, is your memory healthy? Is there a problem with it? Is there something wrong that you need to replace it? This will tell you. And if there's a problem, you're going to see it down here in red. It's going to show up as bad. And I don't know if this guy has a bad memory module. We'll fast forward it to see if he does. But it's just, like I said, this is something you would leave running overnight for hours because it takes usually a very long time to run a test. And you can see there it already ran one test out of the 4, and it says that it passed so far out of 1. But you want to run it hours to make sure that there's no problems. That's a very important factor. All right, last thing, WIRESHARK. WIRESHARK we don't have to get too deep into either because WIRESHARK is very complex. But WIRESHARK is good when you want to see if there's a problem between where you are and something else. If you're not able to get to google.com, well, that's a bad example, but something is a website that you want to make sure that it's not the website, or you're trying to connect to a server and you want to make sure that it's available. WIRESHARK is going to give you that availability. It's going to allow you to trace your connection from your computer to somewhere else. I can't even show you this, but the point being is that it will start immediately from the point when you press start. It'll start tracking all your information from the internet going in from your computer and out to the internet and vice versa. It will show you all of that information in what's called packets, and it shows you in real time in the timing how long that takes, and it highlights certain lines when things get denied. I want to thank you guys for all being here. A lot of you stuck around, a lot of you dropped in and said hello. So that was a condensed breakdown of all the applications that we had to talk about. You'll be able to find links to each of them in the description below this video. If you missed the live stream and you want to go back and watch it in its entirety, you can go watch it on twitch.tv/MapleStank. You can find the VOD there along with links to our Discord and Twitter accounts. If you have any questions, feel free to send me messages there. I'm always free to help people with troubleshooting issues. Take care.